stay up like that. So you can see how pretty the city is once I get close to it. All the lights are changed over to like orange or reddish orange. It's actually really pretty. So this is getting ready to fall because I have to go over speed bumps. Alright, let's see if I can get this to stay up that way. Oh, wait a minute. A couple more speed bumps. Mostly every night that we're here, we have a police officer that directs traffic, and he had told somebody to stop and they did not this time. Well, they stopped after a while after he screamed at them. And that building over to my right, I'm assuming it'll be your right, that is a UPS facility. There's also one on the left of me, but depending on where you are in the country, the building that has these really pretty blue lights on, this is Wayfair. This is one of their huge distribution centers, or fulfillment centers is what I like to call them, which I'm pretty sure that's what they call them too. If you know what Wayfair is, I'm not too for sure. This whole thing may not work out. There's another Amazon center. I don't know what they do in this building. I know it's called CBG 9. I believe that's what it is. There's so many of them around here, it's very hard for me to tell. I have to find a better way to do this. As long as I can keep this thing up for you to see the city, which I might have to do. Well, no, I'll never. We'll see. all lit up. Yeah, we're cheating. I'm holding my phone this time. The Bengals Stadium is lit up. Orange, you know. For the Bengals, of course, you know. Because we're playing in the AFC Championship. I almost said AMC. That's so stupid. I mean, is this a sign because the sky is like glowing orange? Is it a sign? So cool how they have that lit up. Awesome. Awesome. That is so neat. And then the tiara on top of the building up there, which I can't even remember its name, is lit up orange also. Very pretty. I'm gonna put my phone away and actually like drive. Yeah. Safety first and all that type thing. If I ever come this way at night, coming down the hill is absolutely beautiful. Very, very beautiful. This place, the tunnel caused so much controversy because they installed these LED lights, but there was like way more of them, and this place would glow at night. And I mean glow. Good morning. It is a very, very, very chilly Wednesday morning. Can't remember exactly what time it is. Oh, it's 7:30 now. Yay. It's January 26th, if I remember. Yeah. 2022. It's really weird because I don't have to write that down anymore, so I never know what date it is. I got my cup of tea. Just regular black tea. Actually, it's English breakfast tea, I believe. Just wanted to do an update on projects I'm working on. Oh, my stomach. I just ate. And I noticed when I was editing the video for last week, I sniffed a lot, and I'm very sorry. I don't know if I have a cold, what's going on. My allergies have been bothering me. Stupid. But I have a headache that will not go away. It's very aggravating. But anyway, I digress. This is how far I've gotten on my cow. This would probably have been better if I would have done this with the sun up. But I'm thinking about it now. Look at those colors. Oh, yes, I know. Still haven't done my nails. I was gonna go and do laundry this morning, but it is, like I said, it is cold outside. With the wind chill, it feels like it's -1. That was like an hour or so ago. They're saying it's gonna get like to -10 with the wind chill. I wasn't going to laundry that. Not happening. But I did come on to show you. I got this far of the cow done. Future Michelle, I'm showing you. Got that much yarn left. I'm going to knit until there's like 21 grams of this yarn. I'm just gonna knit in a round until there's 21 grams of this yarn. And then I'm gonna start doing the ribbing again because, excuse me, the pattern said you need 4 inches of ribbing at the end. So I used 20 grams for what I did here, and then I'll use up the rest of the natural colored yarn to finish it off, so it looks the same on both ends. I love this. This is so soft. Totally in love with that. What else have I been working on? I didn't show this last week, but this is going to be a year-long project or something, or longer. I have all this yarn from, let me grab, I have it in a basket actually. I have all of this yarn from a craft club that I belonged to a couple years ago, where you could make this blanket with this yarn. And actually, this yarn was new when that club first came out. I really like it. It's really, 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 really soft. But I didn't like the blanket. I am a, how do I put it? I don't like 5 million different types of stitches in a blanket. I just want it this way and there. So I stopped working on it because it just did. But I got the yarn until the club finished. I figured, why not? So this is what I've been working with. So I have these. I believe I have one more color. And I'm just randomly grabbing a ball. I don't care. Yeah, because then I have this lighter color. And since everything in my living room is this color, these colors, I'm just going to crochet as I drop it. Crochet just around and around and around and around until I've used up all the yarn. Now, I'm just doing double crochets with a 5mm hook. I don't know what that equates to in size. I don't know why. I just don't remember. But I'm just randomly doing it. It's just, that's all I've gotten so far. I'm either going to lay it on the floor or use it on the couch along with my hair, because crocheted into it as a Afghan or something. It's gonna be, I don't know, in my world, I think this thing is going to be massive, but This is the blanket that I restarted doing because I was just gonna do a double crochet afghan like all the way across. And then I was like, no, I like round blankets. Maybe that's just my taste right now. But like literally, that's all I've been doing is just double crochets in a circle when I'm watching YouTube videos, or I was watching King of the Hill. I finally finished that entire show. I watched every season. I love King of the Hill. And now I'm watching How I Met Your Mother. But I've been watching that for a while. Yeah. That's all I've been doing. And then I started making another octopus. Yeah, and this yarn is a mess. It gets caught on itself so much, it's ridiculous. Another octopus with the leftover yarn from the headband that I made. I should be able to make, I don't know, I might get 2 out of that. I don't know though. I don't need to make 2. I did get some Happy Mail. When did I get this? A couple of days ago? I believe I got it last week, but I didn't film it. I forgot to. I get the mini skeins every month from Leading Fiber Arts. It's called their Cast of Characters Club. And so each month it's $30. You get 5 of their mini skeins, and they started at A, and they're working their way through the entire alphabet. I believe we're on the M's now. Inside of this, I ripped the bag like a goofball because apparently I don't know how to open up Happy Mail anymore. There was a coupon code for this new cowl that came out. Hopefully there's not too much glare. There it is, of course, because of my TV. I bought the pattern. I believe it's called the Reverberate Cowl by Lisa K. Ross, also known as Paper Daisy Creations. Oh, there's going to be a knit along February 1st through April 30th. Oh, well, I guess maybe I will knit one of these. I was gonna wait, but because I need a size 4 needle, and I don't have a size 4 needle. Not in like doing a cowl type size. I guess that would give me an excuse to order some new needles. But it uses the 5 mini skeins that you could use like 1 skein of yarn. I mean, I believe it only uses 80 grams, but just in case, she tells you to do 100 grams, which is totally fine. Yeah, 80 yards in 5 colors. So this month's, if you want that, the pattern seems pretty simple. It didn't seem very hard when after I bought it, I looked at it. But this month's colors, this is Metamorphosis. Look at that green right there. I'm in love with it. Is that chartreuse? I'm not very sure. Beautiful. Merlot, which speaks to my heart. Oh, I love that one. Marauder, which I'm wondering if this has to do with Harry Potter. Mary's Jam. I love that purple. And then this is Masquerade, which look at those greens and that purple. Just absolutely gorgeous. I do think that those colors together would make a beautiful cowl. And I've been getting these mini skeins for like ever, so it is unreal. Well, in my last video, I showed that section over there with the yarn in it. The whole quarter end of it is all these mini skeins. All of them. Absolute beautiful colors. The hardest part is, what order do you go in? That's all I got for Happy Mail. I don't really order a lot of yarn. Try not to anyway. I don't want to say I have too much yarn, because one can never have enough yarn, in my opinion. But it's getting a little out of hand. I do want to order. Stephen West came out with, for pre-orders, his painting shawls. It's a book, I believe. It's called Painting Shawls. And there's all these shawls in there that I want to knit so bad. The painting honeycombs, I already have that pattern. But there's like 12 other shawl patterns in there. Like there's painting triangles, painting rainbows. I don't really want the hardcover book, just because I have crochet books and I never use them. They look really pretty in my bedroom. Oh my gosh, me and my ums. Bam, Michelle. I think I'm going to buy the ebook when it comes out on Ravelry, and just print it out and stick it in a binder, because that way I can pull out the patterns whenever I want to and knit them. But I really want to, not as a goal for like this year, but because I have shawlography of his to finish, and I believe I'm only on section 1. And I also have yarn that I ordered from him as a kit for the Slippy Bee crescent shawl, and then also the butterfly wing shawl. And I haven't done it yet because I got all this other stuff to do, and I'm not in a hurry. It's not like it's going anywhere. The yarn is perfectly safe because I want to finish this cowl, and I'm not in any hurry. I know last week I had told myself I wanted to finish by February 14th, but the whole doing a deadline thing, I enjoy the process of knitting. I believe I am a process knitter instead of a product type knitter. I like the whole process of doing it and learning new stitches, and even though this is like basic beginner type stuff, which I am totally fine with doing because I am not an expert knitter. But this is, I'm enjoying knitting this, and I don't mind if it takes forever to do. I don't want that kind of pressure anymore. I just want to enjoy knitting. So when I get to those, I get to those. But I do know after I finish this, I'm going to finish my Advent wrap that I started with the Molly Klein Designs yarns, the feather and fan design thing that I'm doing. And then I want to continue working on my Dust of Snow wrap after I finish the feather and fan thing. I also have some I have a diamond painting I finished that eventually I need to get out, and I want to seal it with some Mod Podge and then put it in I'm going to order a frame to put it in because I want to hang it up. It's really pretty. It's cupcakes. I'm going to hang it up in my dining room / what I like to call my baking area. Yeah, well, I need to stop rambling and stop saying, oh, I can't help it. I have a coffee candle burning right now. It should be about out, actually. It's been burning for a while, and I know you shouldn't burn candles that long. I'm gonna go enjoy what silence is here right now before they come back to work on the hallway. And watch some YouTube. Yeah. And knit on my cowl. What I've been doing, yeah, taking forever to get off here. I watch a podcast. As soon as I finish that podcast, I move to a different project. And when I finish that podcast, I move to a different project. So right now, all I feel like working on is this cowl. Actually, really, all I want to work on is this cowl. What is on that? I don't know what it is. I think it's the yarn. But I'm gonna work on this for a while. I have no plans for today. Like I said, I don't feel good. I don't feel like going anywhere. I just want to sit in here, and it's cold outside. I just want to sit and relax. Enjoy the day. All right, let's get some knitting done. Accomplish something. Good evening. Well, normally I would be at work right now, but for some odd reason, we had a freak snowstorm that I guess apparently the weather people were completely caught off guard. And last night at work, they had said we were going to get some snow flurries, but it wasn't really going to amount to anything. And we didn't. And then last night at work, about 2 o'clock, there were people freaking out because it had snowed. So a few people left at 3. And I thought, oh, it can't possibly be that bad. And when I left this morning at 5, a semi had plowed into 2 cars in front of me before I got on the highway. It was bad. And normally, now, let's preface this by saying everybody who typically gets a ton of snow or more than a couple inches of snow, the eye rolling is probably going, or the, oh my gosh, well, I guess it was a freak thing. So now the roads when I got into Ohio they were fine, but not in Kentucky. It was not good. So, you know, I came home, went to bed, wanted to be well prepared for work tonight. I got up to a couple text messages from a friend of mine who is a delivery driver, and she was like, it's pretty bad. You might want to leave early today. So I got up and I just hurried up and threw on some clothes, threw on a little bit of makeup. I'm like, well, okay, I'll leave for work early. And it was a little bit before 5, and I'm not due at work until 6:30 at night anyway. And and cleaned off the car, and the snow, there was probably like, it doesn't seem like a lot. It was only probably about 3 or 4 inches of snow outside. And they had not cleaned off the driveway, which I understand. Traffic was a mess everywhere because the snow was coming down so fast they couldn't keep it cleared off the streets. And it was a parking lot out in front of my driveway because the cars were getting stuck going up this little incline. And so I cleared off my car. I'm all excited. I'm like, I'm going to work. It ain't a big deal. I'll just take my time. It's going to take forever. Whatever. We'll get over it. So there was a person getting ready to go up the driveway, and I waited in my spot, and thank God I did. They started to take off. Their car went sideways. They backed up. They tried it again, made it halfway up our little hill, and our hill isn't that big. It's enough that you need to give it some gas to go up it, but it's one of those steady incline type things. Car wouldn't go. So these people who had pulled in the driveway and couldn't do anything because this car was blocking the driveway got out with snow shovels, started shoveling so this car could get some traction. It made it to most of the way to the top and got stuck again. I was like, oh, this is great. So I had at this point already, I backed up because I thought the car was going to make it after the second try. And I'm just sitting there and I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. Well, then there was a person with a BMW who I know has all-wheel drive. They backed out, and because of where they were on the hill, the all-wheel drive wasn't working out too well for them. So what I guess had happened when this morning after I got home, our lot was a complete mess. The snow, anywhere where you drove over it, it had packed down and it turned to ice, which is not fun to drive on. So as I was coming into the driveway, my car slid because a solid sheet of ice underneath packed snow. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. So I couldn't back out of our driveway to park on the street, which I know it's getting snow. I park on the street to be prepared. Because, I know I'm not getting out of this driveway. I couldn't get out to go to work today. And I was telling a friend of mine, I said, I feel bad because I don't miss work because of snow. I couldn't get out. Well, that and the fact that there were 2 cars blocking it, it wasn't happening. So then, because I was feeling completely horrible because I like my job. I really wanted to go. I was like, well, I'll go and I'll just try it again or whatever. Well, there was a truck that got stuck. And it was blocking the driveway for about 30 minutes. And I'm like, you know what? That's the universe telling me, keep your rear end at home. So here I am, sitting here knitting. And what did I do? I went shopping on Hirschner's. And it was not for yarn. Whoa. So I've gotten into, I have this thing for plastic canvas. I think it's like really cool what you can do with it. So I ordered a couple of those kits, which I have not finished them. I need to work on those, but I really... In sidebar, here we go. I'm going to get back to ordering stuff. So I like to knit. I like to crochet. I like to purchase yarn as a hobby, which I've cut back on doing that a lot. So when I see all this yarn and I'm doing another craft, I feel really guilty. Should I feel that way? Because, you know, I want to explore my other options in the crafting thing. No, I should not feel guilty, but I do. I feel really bad because I'm looking at this yarn and I'm like, you spend all this money on this beautiful yarn. Why are you not using it? Same thing goes for when I go into my bedroom. I have colored pencils in there because with the Christmas tree in here, I had to move a table around. I have all these colored pencils that I've spent more money than what I probably should have on. Not a lot. And I have these markers and stuff. And I feel guilty because I'm not using them because I'm knitting. As you see, it's just the constant. So over the summer in 2021, I saw these plastic canvas kits at, were they at Hirschner's or Mary Maxim? I can't remember. I think they were Mary Maxim. And I ordered them and I started doing it. It was a Halloween one, which I really need to finish because I enjoy the heck out of doing this thing. And it's still playing with yarn with the plastic canvas, but I felt bad because I was staring at all the yarn that I had in this cupboard thing. So I stopped doing it. I don't know why. So I had ordered some counted cross stitch kits because I used to love doing cross stitch when I was younger, before I developed a love of all things crochet. But I was like a lot younger. I was probably like 18. And I loved doing cross stitch. It was so like therapeutic to me. And you know, it took forever for me to do them, but I just completely loved doing it. So I started working on these, and it's on plastic canvas, but it's cross stitch with thread. Snowman ornaments, and I haven't finished any of them, but I feel guilty because staring me in the face was this yarn. And I don't know why. I guess it's because a lot of people that know me, not on the interwebs, know I knit and crochet, and if they saw me doing cross stitch, they'd be like, oh my god, why aren't you knitting? But I don't know why I feel guilty, just because I want to do a different craft. It shouldn't be that way, but I still do it. So I guess because I was feeling bad because I didn't go to work, I'm on Hirschner's looking around, and I decided to look at the cross stitch kits or whatever, and they're having a sale on some of them. Actually, a lot of them are on clearance. I sorted them from like lowest price to highest, and I found like really cute ones, like little smaller ones with cupcakes, and I love a good beach themed anything. And then there was some that were smaller for Halloween, and I'm putting these things in the cart. Well, long story short, by the time I was done, I ordered 13 different cross stitch kits. Now, before anybody goes, oh my gosh, a lot of these were like more than half off. Some of them were about 75% off. So a couple of them were Star Wars. A lot of them were beach themed. And I told myself I'm not going to feel guilty for doing these. So in all actuality, I think I am going to start, and Lord knows nobody has enough time every day, all day for this stuff. I think I'm going to just start dedicating a day to, I don't know what that is, but okay. I think I needed to start so I don't stop feeling guilty for not knitting. But I need to start finishing some of the things that I started and just spending maybe dedicating, well, this week I'm going to knit, this week I'm going to cross stitch, this week I'm going to work on my plastic canvas kits, instead of feeling guilty for all this stuff all the time. Because I mean, I'm spending the money on these kits, and I mean, I have some really pretty cross stitch kits for Christmas ornaments that are technically on plastic canvas. Cold coffee. That I bought. I think I got a couple things from, I do believe I got a couple kits from Amazon. But when I get stuff from Hirschner's, I don't know when it'll be here. I'll bust it out and show people. But I do think I'm going to work on I have a Halloween one where it's like that I had started, where it's like a witch type thing. It's really pretty. You know what's funny? Oh, it's because of the glow. You can see like some of the orange in this because of my lights here. And it makes this look yellow. I painted my nails finally. Anyway, that's my little pep talk to myself. I need to stop feeling guilty about this. I do feel guilty about not going to work though. It's been a long time since I've ever felt guilty for not going to work. Maybe it's because I like my job and I really wanted to go. Plus today was like barbecue day. Oh well. At least I tried. Anyway, I'm going to go back to knitting. As you see, this is how far I've gotten on my cowl so far. Not very far. I haven't been knitting at all. I was going to this morning and I was just so tired. And I know part of it was because of the stress of driving home. I mean, there were people going 15 miles an hour on the expressway, which I understand driving slow and careful, but when you're driving that slow on the expressway when it's snowing outside, it's not safe for anybody at all. I almost got hit by the same Amazon Prime truck, which I know was not one of the ones coming out of where I work because this one was coming from the airport. So, but I almost got hit by the same Amazon Prime truck twice. And it wasn't the Prime guy's fault, the truck driver. It's because the idiots in front of them were only going about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Actually, I think they were going about 15 at this point in time. It was ridiculous. So the Prime truck was getting over. I backed up to let him merge onto the highway. And I'm trying to keep up with the flow of the traffic behind me because I didn't want to send my truck behind me to hit me. And I couldn't get over because the people on the other side of me, there was people all around me and they were going slow. It was just a cluster, a huge cluster. I know none of this will be melted tomorrow, but I know tomorrow I'll be able to get to work. Thank gosh. So now, because I took off today, I don't know if I'm going to take off to watch the Daytona 500, which I was looking forward to that, but oh well. I can watch a replay or something. It ain't a big deal. Actually, it can, because usually on NASCAR's YouTube channel, they show a replay of the race, so I can just rewatch it then on my day off. Not a big deal. All right, now I'll get off here. Ooh, I've been talking way too long. All right, a knitting and YouTubing I go.